any of us, if we thought that we'd be in Australia on a tour selling out the Opera House, we would have just laughed and thought you were crazy. But as we've been together as a group, we've had lots of moments, lots of miracles that have told us this is where we need to be right now. I think for me individually, because I grew up in a family that was very musical. My mother is Samoan, my dad's Dutch, and they're both very musical. And so all 7 of us kids, we all had to learn instruments. I played the violin, and we had piano players, flute players, clarinet, and we all sang together in 4-part harmony, so music was always something that was just an integral part of our family life. And so I always felt like, wow, this is why I was put on this earth, to do music. That's what I'm supposed to do. At the time when I wanted to do music, it was for all of the wrong reasons. It was because I wanted money, you know, and I thought that's what would really bring me happiness. And I was chasing that dream, you know, of being famous and having everyone the recognition. That's when I wanted music to happen, and I thought that's the way that it was meant to be. But it wasn't meant to happen that way. So the short story of Piano Guys is Paul Anderson, who's the videographer, a video producer. He owned a piano store in St. George, Utah, and he was getting really tired of selling pianos in the conventional ways. And so he said, you know, I'm gonna try something different. And he said, I'm gonna try to use social media. So Stephen Sharp Nelson and I met because he moved in my ward. I was the Elders Quorum president, and of course that's one of our biggest responsibilities, is moving people in the ward. We got talking, found out he was a musician, I'm a musician. I said, hey, let's jam together, let's write music. We hit it off musically, and he introduced me to John because he and John had been performing together. And John introduced Steve and I to Paul Anderson in Southern Utah, and we started filming videos. Well, you fast forward to today, we have over 1.5 billion views on YouTube. We have 2 million followers on Facebook. We have 8 albums with Sony Music, and we still haven't sold a piano. We wouldn't be able to do what we do and travel as much as we do. It's because of our wives. Their unselfishness, their loyalty, and their love for God, and their love for our family.
Being part of the Piano Guys, and he's on tour a lot, and he's out meeting and talking to so many people, and I think faith and family helps keep him grounded.
When I took my family a couple years ago to New Zealand, I took them back to Tokoroa, where I was born. They saw the house that I grew up in, and the lawn that I ran around in, and they got to meet so many first cousins and uncles and aunties that they had never met, but instantly connected with them. And I think my wife did as well, just instantly connected with them and the culture. And I always knew that I was Samoan, and you know, I grew up around all my aunties and uncles that lived in America, but I didn't really connect 100%. So since we were in New Zealand, I said, we gotta go to Samoa. It's a short plane ride, so the instant we got off that plane and we saw the island and felt the air and smelt the smells, something inside of me just said, this is home. And the spirit of my ancestors hit me so hard, it affected my wife and our children in a way that I'll never forget. It was such a powerful experience. And I think one of the greatest purposes in life is just to know who you are. Whether you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Tokoroa, where I was born, or from Samoa, where my mother is from, or in any village or city in the South Pacific, we want all of our friends and neighbors to know more about the gospel.